This was the best, worst mistake I've ever made when creating a custom exhaust for my lifted lawnmower. Coming from someone that has no experience around a welder or building an exhaust, I figured what better way to learn than to do it yourself. So if you're looking for some tips and tricks and where to source these parts, make sure you stick around because this could be used for your go-kart mower or just small engine build. Now without further ado, let's hop right into this monstrosity of a build. Since I'm not sure what size pipe this is, we're just gonna go ahead and lop it off. I saw it had threads and I was gonna be nice and gentle, but I just figured it'd be faster to lob it off. So yeah, we're just gonna cut it off and then take a measurement. Took a little more work than I thought actually, but she's off. And we're gonna go ahead and measure this, see what that dimension is, and then we're gonna see if we can find something or just weld up and build a 90 to come out here to there, and then put like a little stack or find something that will resemble a bed stack. So let me show you what we're talking about when I'm talking about our exhaust. So just imagine this is the pipe with the threads or the little lines. Here is the exhaust. Now we cut off the exhaust, so imagine that's gone. Here are the threads. We are gonna build a 90-degree like this, and then find something that we can make basically like an exhaust tip out of, that we can do a little cut at the top and build a little tractor deal. So we're building a 90 and then a tip of some sort. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea what we're looking for. Worst case, I think we can go to an exhaust shop, and my buddy made a good point. He's like, maybe you can make them flange out of that 90 so that you can fit something thicker, like some type of a tip or something that's already made on top of it. I want it to look proportional. Like I don't want to throw like a 12-inch tip on here and make it look ridiculous. I want it to actually kind of look like, hey, that's fitting. Like if that actually doesn't look too bad. And after that, it's really just the seat and this freaking patch that I've been trying to cover. And if we whip out the tape, it's the outer diameter is 1.25 inches. So we need to find something that's gonna be able to work from here to here. So we'll see what we can find. Fast forward the next day and $50 later from AutoZone, and let me show you what we have. I was actually very surprised with their exhaust inventory. Like pat on their shoulders. They had a very good amount of inventory to choose from, and we got exactly what we were looking for. So let me show you what it is. So first off, we need an elbow to come out from the side, an exhaust clamp. Look at this cute little thing. This is for my 4-inch turbo back exhaust, and this is just a cute little guy. And then we go from the reducer to this beautiful bed stack. Get the wrapper off, because I haven't really looked at it all the way. Oh yeah, look at that. This is so sweet. This is so cool, dude. Look at that. Look at this little guy. So this is the exhaust. That's literally what I was trying to mimic when looking for a little tip, and I wanted something that wasn't gonna be massive but that was proportional, and this is pretty proportional to our mower here, so happy with this. Basically what we're looking at is the elbow coming out to the exhaust with a band clamp or weld, I'm not sure yet, to the reducer, which the reducer will then be welded to our factory exhaust. Now this is a bit of a monstrosity. There's a bunch of different pieces. We're going from this to this down to this adapter. But regardless, we're gonna make it work. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of the crazy stuff that we do on this channel. And if you're new here, my name is George. I'm the owner of Titan over here, my 6.0 Power Stroke and my 6.7 Power Stroke Tow Pig. We go to a lot of truck shows every single year. We build trucks. We do cool spotlight videos on unique builds. And we're starting to get into doing little things like this. So if that interests you, make sure you guys are subbed. And with that, let's hop straight into the video and show you how the process is gonna go. Looking at the exhaust, it looks like it unthreads from the back side. It's kind of like this one. It had a few threads and it's kind of hard to see You can see like a few old rusted threads, and it looks like this is just a massive washer. So I got my hammer and chisel, so I'm gonna beat on this and see if I can actually get this to twist off so that I can have the pipe and everything out here to work on it to try and make this clean. Like, I want to actually try and do my very best that I possibly can on these welds, so people will look at them and be like, hey, those are decent, because the guy that I paid to do this, definitely not me. I didn't do this welds. Didn't quite necessarily do a very good job. So yeah, I'm gonna fire that guy, my welder. So I'm trying to improve my welds every time. I want you guys to rate my welding skills 0 to 10 and let me know how these came out if you guys are welders out there. So I'm gonna get to beating this thing off, and hopefully it comes pretty quick. Surprisingly, that actually wasn't too bad. Now let's get to the fitment. Once I had the old rusty pipe off, I was able to get an idea of how I was going to be able to fit everything up. Now I did have to put it back into it so I could see how much clearance I was actually going to have between the hood, because I didn't want it smacking. I wanted this to look somewhat clean. At this point I found out I was going to have to basically cut off a good 12 inches for it to not stick out too far but sit close enough in to where all my pipes and reducers slash fittings weren't going to push the exhaust too far out. So this is kind of basically what we have so far, and I'm going to have to cut this down quite a bit to get it to fit a lot better. As usual, always make sure you have some type of glasses and just wear your PPE, because it takes 2 seconds for something to go wrong. Once I got the measurements and everything I needed to cut the elbow down just a little bit more, just so that everything was going to be more proportional. And yes, I will be listing all the fittings at the end of this video. I take a picture of the receipt and show you guys exactly what I used to make this exhaust. And I don't really have measurements of everything because I kind of just had to wing everything that I did, but this is basically what we're going to reduce everything down to and weld to our existing rusty exhaust. So now it's time to pull out the old titanium Harbor Freight welder, and I'll tell you what, these things are actually pretty decent for the price of $150. So at this stage, we are just tack welding everything to make sure everything clears before we finally commit and weld everything all as one. And so far, so good. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what we're cooking up here, how we're gonna mount this, and then how we're gonna solve actually putting this on. So what we're gonna end up doing is once I get this threaded in there, all this is gonna be welded. It's all gonna be its own piece. Once we've got this all welded up, like imagine all these pieces are welded as one, okay? So once all that's welded into one piece, I'm gonna slide this on, and this actually butts up there very nicely. So from outside, I'll just throw a little tack weld here on the bottom, one on the other side, and then we'll have this all mounted. But yeah, that's not really too bad looking. I thought it was gonna be kind of ugly, but we're gonna stick with that. Now we're gonna move on to the welding, and I should have this finished up in the next like 30, 45 minutes. So let's get to the welding, finish this bad boy up, and show you the end results. We got it welded, and the welds aren't by any means pretty, but they'll hold. Remember, you ain't gotta be good at welding, you just gotta be good at grinding. And I haven't forgotten, I will be showing you guys my welds at the end of this video so you guys can rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, but it looks like our fitment actually was pretty decent. It's now gonna slide in here. I throw my tack weld on it. Let's not move that light out there. Bam, that's our exhaust tip. I'm gonna straighten it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that thing is freaking awesome. Let's get it out of the garage. Boys, I think we definitely cooked on this one. What do you guys think? Comment down below if you guys think this was a good idea or not. So let's get out of here and get some cinematic clips. Drop the B-roll, George. So now we get to do the initial startup that's gonna really show us how loud this thing is. That's insane. That actually sounds kind of cool, not gonna lie. That actually sounds kind of cool. But it doesn't at the same time, it's so loud.
Yeah.
So it's the next day, and I forgot to do a closeout on this, but let me show you everything we've accomplished, and then I'm going to show you the list of pipe and everything that we used to build this exhaust, because I'm sure someone's going to ask. And I just feel like it would be rude of me not to show you guys. So here are my welds, first off. Those are the welds, so make sure you guys rate those. Parts list. Pause this if you want to, but there is a parts list of everything that I use. Don't include the tire repair lugs, but there's a pricing for everything. I also wanted to show you guys a few of the things that we added. So obviously we did that. We did install a light up grill strip right there that you can see at night that I have wired up to my wheel lights. So whenever I hit that, it'll do a little light up motion. So pretty cool, looks pretty decent at night. We did install a license plate with some spikes, pretty baller. Let me know what you guys think of those. And also some spike valve stems. So just a few of the final upgrades to show you guys before we close out this video. Make sure you guys comment down below and rate this setup a scale of 1 to 10. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure you comment down below finish so I know that you guys made it this far. With that, we're going to call it a video. I had a blast freaking documenting this entire process. We will see you guys on the next one, and thank you guys so much for watching.